let's continue part 7, Act 7. And in this part, we've got so much to do. So, last time we left off, we just got an upgrade on our rings, and hopefully we can get like 1 Chaos Orb so we can get our resistances sort of fixed. Alright, so as soon as we exit, we're going to exit out of the broken bridge and just kind of go up and to the left over here.
I'm not up to that.
And now we can level up our gems. Oh, we still need room for our Siege Ballista. So there's lots of different exits from this one area. And if you get the silver locket, you can give it to Waylon. He will give you a reward. Yeah, this one has two. Does it have 2 trials? Yeah, 2 trials of ascendancy. And then on top of that, it's got a few quests to gain some skill points. But the thing we got isn't super important. It's just some of the quests, if you get to complete them, you might as well.
Pruning a branch can save a tree.
You're trying Pee-wee for the 2nd time? Oh, this is your 2nd time? Gotcha. So you may notice that we'll have this endurance charge. What that does is it gives us the ability to take a little bit less damage. It was on one of the rings, I think, what we got. Okay. So we'll come up to one of these. At this point, though, if you want to stop collecting essences, I think it's totally fine. Because the chances of us randomly getting something that's good is pretty slim in this game. Unless you really know what you want to do with certain crafting things, it's usually better just to move on. I mean, it's still killing more monsters at the end of the day, so it's still just kind of giving you an advantage overall. So once you're at the crossroads, I don't think you need the broken bridge waypoint. You definitely want this waypoint though, because this is kind of like the hub of this full act, the crossroads. So just follow the path. Okay, cool. We got the path. And over here, it's kind of up to you where you want to go first. There's lots of different areas that we can go to. We cannot go to the very bottom though. And the reason why we can't go to the very bottom is because it's going to be locked off. So I'm going to go down and to the right. So we're going to get to the Fellshire Ruins. And this mechanic over here is Expedition. We won't engage in the mechanic yet, unless it's 2-gen. If it's 2-gen, we do it. So there's like several characters, and I'll show you how the mechanic works, because you only kind of want to do 2-gen, I would say. Like, rest of them, it's like, if you want to do them, it's okay, but like 2-gen specifically, he gives you currency, like the Chaos Orbs, that kind of stuff. So we just follow the path, you'll get to the next area, that we're trying to go to right now. The crypt, here we go. And there is a trial here that we do want. And there's also a map here. So this area has 2 of our objectives. There's another delirium here. Let's see what the rewards are. Weapons. The only thing that's really good is currency though. The rest I feel like aren't really worth it. Some of these monsters can get kind of hard in the delirium, so if it becomes too hard, you can just end the thing.
My mana is gone.
How much accuracy do we have? Alright, 1830. Okay, so I actually need to scale accuracy. We're getting too much HP. Because we started getting a lot of HP. It's just something that I have to kind of monitor. We're like really close. And it's not that big of a deal, it just means that we do a little bit less damage. Ooh, look at all of our gems. All ready to level up. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. So now we got the map, but we're not done with this area. And what did it drop? It dropped a large cluster jewel, small one, and a searching eye jewel. And maybe we're gonna upgrade with our quiver. Let's see. Maybe we'll get lucky. Attack speed's good. Oh, yeah. I think it also gave us some extra accuracy rating, but didn't have the rest of the stats we were looking for. It's just more damage. Alright, so the easy way to get 300 accuracy with 1 point is to make it so we have 100 accuracy per green socket equipped on the bow, and then we'll just bam, give us, now we're at 2318, so we're good for a while now. But we can get a little bit more just to buff it up. Because our bow gets increased accuracy versus our just plain accuracy. Alright, so I think we need to go back in here. Because I believe the trial, it doesn't say like level 2, but it is kind of like a level 2 over here. Because we need to do the trial of ascendancy. And this is just going to make us go back to the start, so it might be this way. You find crafting confusing? I promise you I will teach you the easiest way to craft. Hey, it's Tujin. So, remember how before I was saying that you only really want to do Tujin? Well, we got the guy. So this is how it works. So we're going to be placing these explosives. Now, one of these will also make it so the monsters may say immune to lightning damage. If it says immune to lightning damage, you don't want to do it. But they have increased rewards. So for this one, for example, I want the additional currency item, and I want this one, so I'm going to make this my first one. There's also a treasure chest over here, and the difficulty makes it so they penetrate chaos res. This one, all damage monsters hits can freeze, and they have a 10% chance to freeze. It's a very dangerous one, and it might get us killed, but it's worth the risk. This one, monsters always crit, but that can drop a rare jewelry. That's not worth it to me, so I'm not going to do that one. So I'm going to place this one. I can place it like right here because I want to grab the extra like monster there, and then this one, if I can get both of these inside, and if I push this button, I can click on where I want to place this thing. I don't know what the default key is. Mine is V though, but we want to place these little markers, and this is pretty much going to be it. I think that's it. What is the other one? It's just a treasure chest. It's fine. It's not a big deal. And then once we have everything set up, we're going to go detonate the explosives. And then now it's going to have all the monsters spawn that we exploded. It's kind of like digging up their graves. But we have to watch out by being frozen. There's a 10% chance that if they hit us, we're frozen. It'll be a big deal.
My mana is gone.
Not on my watch.
Okay, let's see if we get anything good. 3 orbs of transmutation. Well, unfortunately we didn't get anything good, but we got Tujin currency. Now, this is how he works. So, when we kill stuff, he'll give us some sort of it's like his own special money. We can haggle for items. Wow, we hit the jackpot. Look at this. On the first one, man. The first one, we got all these extra currencies. And you can see this one costs like this one costs, well, these are both costing the lesser artifacts. So, I'm going to see, I have 43 of these. And I'm going to try to buy these by using these currencies. So, for example, this one over here, the general rule is you can offer him about like 1/3.
A man's gotta make a living.
And if I just give him what he wants, he's always going to accept it. But if he rejects the trade offer, what's going to happen is it will move the bars. So like now I can't give him like, let's say 1. If you give him 1, he'll get mad, he'll get offended. It's kind of like bartering. You want to not insult him.
Pushing a bit far, friend.
So let's see if we get that one. So we got that one for 15. He wanted, I don't know, 25. So this one's 27. I always go 1/3.
Reasonable.
About.
Are you having a go at me?
So if I can get,
Cornered I am.
oh sweet, I got 4 chaos orbs. Now this one costs 38. There's no way that I get 12. If I give him 1, he'll get insulted and we won't get the item, and it'll just be removed, so I can't even trade for it anymore. So we just got 4 chaos orbs just like that, and that's awesome. From Reaper, how you doing, mate? But this is huge to get 4 chaos orbs just like that. So what we can do now is, actually this quiver is not that bad. It's giving us some HP. Ideally we'd want to get a bunch of resistances and life with our quiver. Kind of just gives us resistance, and let's see if it's 8 to 28. This one adds lightning damage, but it's, let's see. What's the damage if we swap? We lose sub damage, it's 400, but we get, yeah, we lose like 400 damage, but we gain extra lightning resistance, and that may help out with our resistances. Let's see. That means we're at 74 lightning resistance, and then all I need is like 20 other resistances. It's like okay to swap. Does this one give us anything else special? Not really. Honestly, I'm probably going to replace both of them anyways. Like, they're both kind of mid. So, anyways, let's continue with the Trial of Ascendancy, because that was kind of lucky. It's not like you're going to also get a 2-gen guaranteed, and he's going to drop, like, the Chaos Orb one. It's just kind of luck of the draw, to be honest. It's kind of hard to see. Alright. Don't want to touch those. Those will do damage. Some of these switches you don't have to actually hit. Oh. Celestial Justicar. 6-link Astral Plate. Oh, we can maybe sell this for a Chaos Orb.
Shine boldly, so that all may find you.
We're just getting super lucky now. Okay, so we're done with this area. We got the Trial of Ascendancy, and we got the map done. So now we're going to go back to the base and kind of see what this is worth. So if I want to find out what this is worth, you can also go to the Path of Exile trade website. This one is apparently worth 10 Chaos Orbs, which is not bad at all. Sometimes there are people that do price fixing. It goes right up to 70 Chaos, though. That's very strange. Is it actually worth it? Some people, they'll do what's called a price fix, and it'll be... let's go to the website. There's also a good website. If you go to pewee.ninja, you can find out what is kind of what I would say the more accurate way. So here, I'm going to show off this website. So the name of this thing is called the Celestial Justicar. So if I were to go to the item, the Celestial Justicar, and it'll show you what it's actually selling for. Let's see. So the value has gone down, and it looks like that it's worth 4 Chaos Orbs. Is that true? I don't know. If I list it here, here's an easy way to find out if the item is worth way more. If I put it in here, and I go... negotiable price, 4 Chaos Orbs. There we go. Hello, largest. What should you reroll as? I mean, I think that's up to you on what you want to reroll as. If you didn't like... Ooh, this one's actually not bad. It's got cold and physical and some lightning resistance. That's not bad. But if a bunch of people whisper me instantly when I list this item, that means it is probably priced too cheap. But I have some extra currency. I want to fix my resistances, and this is a good time to kind of explain how we can do that really easy. So I need basically all the resistances by like about 20, 30. So what we can do is go to the Path of Exile trade website. I have like 50 tabs opened up at once every single time I play this game. But we're going to go to the Path of Exile trade website. I'm going to go to Ring, and then I'm going to go to Resistances, Total Resistance. And then also put in, let's say, like 2 Chaos Orbs, because I also want to get a quiver. So let's go 2 Chaos Orbs, as much resistance, and ideally, if it can have, like, 30 life. Let's see what we can get. Some of them may have a higher item level requirement, like this one's level 28, so you have to watch that too. You can also put in the parameters. So for 2 Chaos Orbs, we can get some cold damage. So this is pretty solid. But I also want, like, elemental damage with attack skills. That would be ideal. There we go. So let's go ahead and see what we can find. So in terms of total resistance, I mean, look at how much some of these are adding. Like that 16 will be so good right there already. And then 45 life. I mean, this is pretty solid. This could be used for a really long time. So this one was giving us cold lightning and then all. So that one will pretty much fix our resistances, I would say, for a while. Let's see if we see any ones that are like even better. Or what we can do is we can use my tool to kind of help out with that as well. But the thing is that it may show like crit and stuff that I may not want, but it's fine. Oh, this one gives us accuracy as well. So this one gives us a little bit less, but this one doesn't give us as much lightning, but this one's 84 versus, what was the other total? Like 111, which is significantly more. But it also gave us, where's the accuracy? A decent amount of accuracy, so that is like another benefit. And then Yeah, you know, this one's like pretty solid. I don't think there's going to be any other ones that are going to give us 200 accuracy, but I can search, right? There's no point in not searching. So accuracy rating, let's go to 200. And let's see what the results are. So 84, then it goes to 54, so that's a pretty big jump. Let's go ahead and pick up this one. This will be a nice little upgrade here. There's also another one. This one actually gives us intelligence too, and increased rarity. So let's see if we can get this one from him. And if not, we have one more other one. Sometimes, like when you start using your search results, you'll notice there's only like one item to go ahead and pick up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my tool and put 2 Chaos Orbs for like as best as we can get for the quiver. So now we're going to go to their hideout. Sometimes it's better to use the tool, sometimes it's better to do the other one.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get this ring. Now it's going to require us to be level 57, so this one will be a placeholder for now. But I like to try to do all my trading at once. We don't have to do it like this. Alright, so let's go ahead and find the best quiver now. And since we did upgrade some of our items, certain things can change. So I would need to use this tool to re-import my character as I may have gotten, you know, a different thing, and this thing will work better with whatever. So now we're going to go trade for these items, and then, again, this is all optional. If you want, it tells you how to search for your session ID. You have to, like, open up your browser and hit, like, F12, and then you have to log into the official Path of Exile website, and it gives you a specific number. Or you can just do the other thing where it doesn't require it. But nonetheless, we're going to go and actually search for the weapon 2. So we have 2 Chaos Orbs, so it's going to be the quiver. So this one gives us some damage and a bunch of... Wow, that fixed up all of our resistances. Wow. 80 to life, but it has no, like, damage. Did it not? Oh, you know what? It didn't select... If you don't select whatever skill that you have as your include and full DPS, let me do that. There we go. So let's go ahead and go to the items again. And then this one is really good, though. For literally 2 Chaos Orbs, it gives us 30 to every single... And 400 armor and evasion. That thing is beastly good. But we're just looking for offensive stats here. So two Chaos Orbs on the quiver. It's probably going to be something with attack speed. Let's see, yep. Attack speed, we get extra lightning resistance. Crit strike, doesn't really matter. Okay, but this is going to be great for 2 Chaos. And what level? 67, though. So, because it's level 67, these are all 60s. Okay, this is going to be the best one. And that's going to give us, let's see... It's like 17% extra DPS, but you can see it has crit strike, chance, crit multiplier. I can't benefit off of those. I really only benefit off of attack speed as well as the increased damage with bows and elemental damage with bows. The reason why is because we have that thing where, again, the crits don't do any damage. So even though it might say it's like better, it's not actually going to be better, potentially. If I can find another one, I'll... So this one gives us cold, physical... and then bow skills. It's still going to be good, but it's 34. Let's see. This one gives us... Okay, this one is giving us 90 life. Oh, but its level requirement is much higher. You can see some of these just may require us to be much higher level. So what was the other one? The first one, I think it was. What was the requirement on the first one? 60, 66, 66, 61. Because I don't want to wait super long to get it. Our current, oh, this one has accuracy. Let's see, it's giving us physical, lightning, accuracy, life. This one could be okay because it's level 61 and I am currently 54. So it would technically be an upgrade, but because it's kind of far away, the smarter thing to do in this situation that I'm in right now is just to kind of wait. So we'll go ahead and actually do that because by the time I hit that level, there may be a better deal. So I have to also factor that in. All right, so we're going to go back to the crossroads now. And let's now go up. Now that we have the map, we're going to go in a different direction. We'll play Diablo 4 later. I still want to do some other stuff in the game. I haven't messed around with Uber Lilith Season 1. There's a lot of like cool things that we can mess around with. Have some fun. Am I bored of Diablo? No, I'm just playing Path of Exile. I play more than just Diablo. I was just grinding Diablo a lot because, well, it was a new game. Is the new season out of the PTR? No. PTR testing usually goes for like at least a week. Sometimes they put the PTR for a week and then they take it down and they put up the new changes. the inspiration. We'll be wanting that lit for sure later. And so, with the map device that we got, that green item, I'm going to put it in here. We got that from the crypt. I just have to double check that we did the Trial of Ascendancy. I'm just going to double check real quick, because if not, well, we can still do it. It's just we need to go to the crypt. I'm pretty sure we did it, though. Okay, so it is the... Okay, we did the crypt. Okay, I just needed to verify, double check right there. And the next one is in the chamber sense, too. Okay, so we're going to go back to that area. So you can talk to Silk, but it doesn't really matter. You just go into the Maligro Sanctum. So this is actually how the endgame of Path of Exile works. They kind of give you a little brief preview here. But now I think we're just going to get, what, more HP? Get some extra elemental damage and penetration as well. So how the endgame system works for this game is you open up a map just like I did before, but the difference is that at the very end there's a boss that you kill, and you can also make the map a little bit harder. And then basically you keep on doing the same thing. But it's very, very fast compared to like Diablo. Have to make a bow 6-link. You could just use your chest piece getting it 6-link. That's what I would recommend. Buy just a 6-link. Buy like a very mediocre 6-link with like... Oh, there's another Chaos Orb. Awesome. Buy a very mediocre 6-link. Because it just get it 6-link. Get some life on it. Or you can get no life, and then you can put one skill point on the skill tree. That can help out as well. But right now we're going to be scaling a lot more defenses. We'll still get some damage, but we'll mix it up. Alright, so now what we're going to look for is kind of like the boss ring. So kind of how the endgame works is there's a map, you kill the monsters. You don't have to kill every single one though, but you just kill a bunch of monsters, then you can find the boss, and you want to kill the boss for sure. But you do want to kill most of the monsters in the map, because the map, it is a form of endgame currency too. Just doing the map. So man, we melted that thing so fast. We have 3 Chaos Orbs now. Nice. How's our helmet? Does it have life? And it has 18 life. It's really bad. But this boss is, I'd say, is pretty easy. Just shoot and move. He's kind of too fast to like try to go behind him. But if you can, that ability takes a little bit to wind up, so you can get behind him. Once you kill him, you get the Venom, and then you can go right back. So we're gonna go use your portal, and we are going to go right back. We're gonna talk to Silk. He's gonna trade the Venom for the keys, and you're gonna take the keys and actually be able to get to the next floor. So we're going to Chamber Sins level 2. Is it down here? Is it up there? Or it could be over to our left. We just got off a 12-hour grind. Karat Sav. 12-hour grind of PoE or 12-hour grind of work? Do I prefer Diablo 4 or PoE? PoE endgame, no question. Diablo 4 because it was new. I mean, there's no way about it. I could not ever see any respectable gamer saying that Diablo 4 is better than PoE for endgame. It's like impossible. Now, if you want to argue about the campaign, I would say, yeah, go for it. I would listen to anyone's argument. But if someone was to argue Diablo 4's endgame is better than PoE's endgame, no. Diablo 4 is not there yet. I hope it gets there. And I think with time and maybe some expansion packs, it can get there. But the current iteration of D4 is not there yet. I like Diablo 4's visuals a lot, though, to be honest. It's like one thing where I want to give them a lot of credit. I like the way the game looks. But I wish it didn't have like a gray haze over everything. It seems like they muted the colors. But I think that because of the criticism Diablo 3 got, which was heavily all about like, oh, it looks cartoony is the correct term. Like that a lot of people use, cartoony or the stylized looks. Alright, so here we're doing a Trial of Ascendancy. Some of these things are timed cranks. But what I actually want to do is probably get, since we're almost level 50, yeah, we're like past level 50 now, we can get Immortal Flesh, and it makes the whole game just like a cakewalk. And I will get it, and I'll show you guys how easy. It basically makes all of these things just a joke. So in our quiver, I'm going to actually just get all resistances, because the other item will give us negative resistance. We also have to lose our belt slot, which does sacrifice damage, but like, it's so good, man. It is so good. It is absolutely amazing to have Immortal Flesh. It gives us a bunch of mana regen too, which is quite nice. It's not like we're having mana problems, but if we're spamming pretty hard, sometimes we may run out of mana. But I like this ring that's giving us this extra like endurance charge. It's actually quite nice. The endurance charge gives us extra elemental resistance as well. Alright, so from the Chamber of Sins, we're going to be looking for this little area. The secret passage. Now we're going to the next area. Grabbing the waypoint. Oh, after Pew, oh, okay. D4 is too casual for you? Oh my god. Well, the thing that I find very strange is the grind on that game is very long to hit 100, which I would say is not casual, but in terms of like the way the game is designed, I would say it's definitely more casual. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like the grind is not casual in that game. It's like Lineage 2 status. I used to play that game. That was a long grind. But I'm playing so many games right now, and I'm really excited to play some Baldur's Gate. Ooh, we got Rog. So Rog is actually he's actually one of the best, but like, honestly, to learn how to do the Rog crafting, to explain things for a new beginner player, I'm not even kidding, it is several hours long. If you want to learn it, I'm sure there's probably guides. It's just that I can't stop to explain how this thing works. But in short, you can get items that you can craft, but you have to know how crafting works in the game. And like, I know how crafting works, but I don't even bother with like the advanced methods of crafting in this game. The advanced methods of crafting is high investment, and then you still have to get really lucky. I do mine as very low risk investments, but lots of tries. My method will be very easy and beginner friendly too. And I actually like doing it because it's, I like it. Alright, so let's see if we get a bow that has, so these items will have things that cannot roll off. Ooh, it has coal. Ooh, that actually might be an upgrade. Hold on. Let's see. Maybe we can craft something on it at the benchcraft. Alright, hold on. So we have, is that triple? It's like fizz damage, which is actually better. What do we have? A sniper's mark. Okay, we lose out on our ice column. Okay, so what does this do for damage? We have, is it 10,000? Oh, no upgrade. And I don't have to recast anything.
Good.
This one, in theory, though, I mean, I could add some more stuff to it, but it's fine. I'm not really looking to craft on anything that's not even worth that much. This, if it rolled like perfect movement, it actually has life, which is a good stat, but
Good.
the stat in gold means that I can keep on rolling the item and it'll always have life. It'll always have whatever in the gold text. So from the Ashen Fields, what we're trying to go towards is this. How I craft is I have guaranteed 2 stats on the item and I just keep on rolling. I personally think it's one of the best ways to go crafting. that's like a very beginner friendly. So if you guys remember Groose, he actually becomes like some sort of leader. He's the Lord of the Forest, but he becomes a bad guy. He was one of the guys in Act 2. But you can see this is the old Act 2 town area. But basically, since you go back to the old acts, in time the area changes, which is kind of cool. So what we can get over here is this elemental damage. I want to get some damage. I just want to get this penetration of 10. It'll be kind of nice. And then once we get that, we're also going to be getting this extra life over here. We get 15% increased maximum life. There's no life modifiers on body armor. But if you need more HP, you can get that earlier. And then we actually have another thing where we can get reduced physical damage taken over time while moving. I like this one because it makes so moving while bleeding doesn't make us take extra damage. It's kind of nice. We'd also get Immortal Flesh, and then basically like most of the damage over time things, we just avoid the mechanic. So now that we've done Master a Million Faces, we get to go up.
I'm not up to that just yet.
The next few zones here. There's actually 2 different areas that we can go to, but we want to go to this area that looks like a cave. So the Dread Thicket is where we want to go first. But if you go the other route, it's possible. But like you have to come back here anyway. So we are going to be collecting Fireflies, and this thing might kill us. Oh, there we go. I don't have immunity to freeze yet.
Yes.
But once we get that, it'll be awesome. And once we hit like level 80, we can start getting crit.
Good.
And I know it's a really long time, but that's just because crit is 2 different things. You got to get crit chance, and you got to get crit damage.
Good.
So that's why I don't even bother getting crit until way later.
Good.
Oh, our gems that are leveling up. That's awesome. So I believe you have to collect like 7 Fireflies. It's quite a lot.
Good.
But you'll see that there's this exclamation on the minimap. Just go towards it and you click on them twice.
Good.
What's up, Ben? How you doing? Gamba is better than crafting. I mean, you could just save up your currency and just buy the item that you want. But sometimes you may want something very specific, but my build it's a popular build, so you can just buy other people's like items, like maybe their old items, like someone's getting an upgrade and they're just gonna merch off their old one, and there's always gonna be something better. So like there's always people getting rid of really good items still.
My mana is gone.
We'll kill Grethel over here. Ooh. That hit hard. Okay, there we go. But let's see, I think we're done with the Fireflies, right? Yeah, we have 7. Okay, perfect. So now that we've collected all 7 of them, we're gonna go back. And now we're gonna go up and kind of more towards the right side. So we got all those Fireflies.
Good.
The game elements. Oh, and Diablo. Yeah, I feel like it's not as good as Diablo 2, even for the itemization.
I'm not up to that just yet.
They have a lot of what I consider filler content, like crit damage should just be crit damage, not crit damage while in Werewolf, crit damage with cold, crit damage with lightning. It's just like just have crit damage. You don't need to have bonus damage while enemy is affected by trap skill, bonus damage while like it's fluff content, and I think that they just wanted more affixes and suffixes or whatever. They just wanted a lot more, and it's like the game design for like the ranged weapon on Rogue. It's like you have bow and crossbow. That's it. There's 2. There's not like short bow, long bow. This, like, you have all these different bows like you would have in Diablo 2, right? And each one of them more likely did something a little different. Huh. It's like actually an okay helm. I have...
Yes.
I'm just gonna throw that one over there. So let's see what it is. Ooh, we got +2 level of socket gems. We get some extra lightning damage, and we get reduced mana cost of skills that can actually roll to 20%. If it was 20%, I'd actually think about using it, but it also doesn't have evasion. It's not really worth anything. Maybe 1 chaos. Okay, yep. It's just good because people like the reduction of mana cost, but ours kind of rolled bad. But maybe we can sell it for 1 chaos. It also gives you +2 level of, like, I think socketed skills. Yeah, socketed gems give them +2 levels. That is a item that is actually worth picking up. Most of them, though, they're not. But I would say if it's your first time playing, always grab them. So this area has one thing that we're actually looking for, and you can't really miss it. It's a little like box. So you don't have to get the waypoint from this area. The next area, if you didn't get the Fireflies, then you definitely want the waypoint. But this area you can't really miss. This quest item, because it's like on the path towards the next area. So you want to click on this, get the star. Once we get rid of
my mana is gone.
Something here. Oh, now we can use this ring. Cool. And you can keep your old rings and old stuff for other characters if you want to. Oh, not that ring fixed all of her resistances. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. Now we're going to take a lot less damage. And now we're going to deal more damage once we get this one. Then we're going to get some more HP, and then we're going to get more accuracy, because as we level up, every single level up gives us HP. You get life and mana. Oh, if you see any items that have 6 sockets, doesn't have to be 6 linked, but just 6 sockets. I have no room at this point. So if you want to, you can go throw a bunch of your stuff in your stash, like your storage. I'm going to list this item for 1 chaos real quick. And I know that you guys won't have like the premium stash tab. If you want to get one, I'll just go over it real quick. Because you have to have a what's called a premium stash tab, and you can upgrade one for 50 cents. Or it's sometimes on sale, not even kidding. It's like 50 cents or $1. In order to trade items, you could go to the trade channel and spam, want to sell this item. I don't know if there's anyone listing item, but sometimes people will like say, I want to sell this item, whatever. Or you can go on forums to list it, but it's way easier just to go in-game. And then I would just put, I'll just put negotiable price, 1 chaos orb, and someone may hit us up for it. And then like I have this thing over here where it lets me store all of my like items in terms of currency, and it makes everything really nice and organized. It's optional, and like I said, this game isn't necessarily pay to win, but this definitely helps out and kind of declutters your inventory space, which is definitely, no lie, it is an advantage, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. You can just throw it in any storage, just throw in like all the stuff that you're not like using. And yeah, but let's go ahead and talk to the NPCs. If you see a red, blue, green linked, I always grab those because it wants to give us this necklace. I don't care about this quest. Emerald will give us a skill point. We have another skill point from doing the other quest. And there is also Waylims, and he will give us, do we have a, there's a diamond flask, which will give us a little bit more crit. We can also get extra evasion rating. I want to get that. This one doesn't really matter too much, but we can get, let's say, a diamond flask for later. Then we get this one. So now we got 3 skill points right here. So one of them was Master of a Million Faces, Queen of Despair, and Kishara Star. So the locket gives you one. The Queen of Despair is that giant bear, and the Master of a Million Faces is Groose, which is that guy in town. So if you've been following this guide, don't worry, you'll get all of them. And then now we're going to grab this. This one is actually really good too, where hits have a 25% chance to treat enemy monsters' resistance value as inverted. It's actually pretty nice. But we are going to be getting, I want to get this extra accuracy, and then I also want to get chance to shock, because that'll help us out for damage. So what I want to get now is this extra life node here. That makes it so we have 15% increased maximum life, because our body has no life. If your body has increased life or flat life, this will not work, but we're gonna grab that. And then now I'm gonna get a little bit more accuracy rating. So this is just gonna give me a bunch more accuracy rating. So right now our accuracy rating is 2100. Okay, so we're like just over it. So we're good, and now we are going to go back because I ran out of room. So the reason why you pick up these items that have 6 sockets, they don't have to be linked, but just 6 sockets, you can trade them for 7 jeweler's orbs at the vendor. So this area, we're looking for the exit, and it's just going to be a little like wall. And do I have 15 over? I have 15 over on fire res. Because I kind of want to get Immortal Flesh, because it's really fun to literally sit in all the AoE and just... I mean, it does its job. Its name holds true. It is the Immortal Flesh. However, it's not going to work at the very, very late stages of the game. But basically, through most of the campaign, if you have the Immortal Flesh belt, yeah, you're probably not going to be dying. For the most part. There are some rare chances where it can happen.
Yes. Just in time.
Alright. So usually I want to say it's in the middle-ish. Okay, yeah. That's the edge. So it should be around here. But this area can definitely be a maze. And there we go. There's the waypoint. And once we collect enough fireflies, Yina will turn into a fox.
Fire.
And then she'll be able to open up this area for us. You can just click on it. You don't have to wait for the animation, but... so now we're coming up to the final boss of this act. And on top of that, next time, we'll be able to do the next Trial of Ascendancy. And we'll probably buy the Quiver upgrade. So we can get the Quiver upgrade and Immortal Flesh. I'm guessing Immortal Flesh is like 1 Chaos Orb, but if you want like a perfectly rolled one, because it gives you negative to your resistances. And the ones that have worse negative resistances are going to be cheaper, but I don't want like a really bad one. And I like using them for the trials because it legit makes them so much easier. It's like unfair levels of like how good this thing is. So our Temple of Decay level 1, we're just going to keep on moving. To find Spider Boss. Alright, so now we're at level 2. Our damages are still really good. Woo. It's gonna only get better from here. Because increased accuracy nodes also give us increased damage. And increased attack speed. Like those 3 sets of nodes are actually really amazing. I love having that Mirage Archer above our head. It makes things so much faster for like clear speed. 7 alterations. It's quite a bit. Almost coming up to the boss. This is it. So in some of these areas, you can end up going like down. Let's just go. And it's totally fine to go down in one area, then up in another one. So we're just gonna go down on this one. But we're still on level 2. That's the important part. Here we go. The Arakali's Web. We also have another skill point, so more damage. So here's how the spider works. They shoot out some eggs, but you can basically kill the eggs without killing them. When you see the purple lines, a laser will come in like, I don't know, 3 seconds. You have enough time to move away though. It's very, very generous. Very, very fair boss. And then it'll crawl up to the sides and give you a second to attack it. So he thought he could control the spider, but the spider said no. It's basically just the purple lasers. Oh. Almost got us. Almost. Alright, didn't drop anything good. Let's keep on going. We actually check if we can buy Thunderfist. What are we at right now? I don't know, like maybe 4 or 5 Chaos Orbs. And if we can get Thunderfist, I mean the whole game is going to be a breeze from there. Sometimes it goes down to like 5 Chaos Orbs. It's a really, really nice pair of gloves for leveling though. But I think it requires you to be like level 60 something. Also with Steel Skin, you don't need to max it out. It's kind of up to you how high you want to level it. If you're going to manually cast it like we are right now, then yeah, you can always level it up. But if you want it on a mechanic where it automatically does it, you don't have to level it up all the way.
I'm not up to that just yet.
One whole jeweler sword. 2 more 6 sockets. And I'll show you guys what that actually trades for at the very end of this one. Just melting everything though. And now we have returned to Act 3. Well, it's right now it's called Act 8, but it's actually Act 3, but it's in the future. And now we will be able to do a couple of things. We can go for the next trial of Ascendancy. Yeah, sorry, this will pretty much wrap up this part. But we will do the next trial on the next part, as well as the next act. And we're almost done with the game, which we're about to start endgame because we're in Act 8. So we have 8, 9, 10, and 8, 9, and 10 are like relatively short compared to the rest, especially like the last one. But what we're going to do now is, let me show you guys what you do with the these items over here. So we have 2 items that are red, blue, green. And I just picked them up because, well, they were just there. And then this and this. Wait, was it? I think there was another. That's fine. It doesn't really matter. All that matters is you get to see that you get to get 7 Jeweler's Orbs for 1 6-socketed item. And that's really nice. That's all you do. That's all you do with it. And you do want to pick those up because later we're going to be using a lot of Jeweler's Orbs for our items. And in terms of currency, we have 3 Chaos Orbs, but this is kind of what I would like to shoot for. I'm going to check out what the price is at right now. And prices do fluctuate literally daily. But if I was to look up Thunderfist, is kind of what I want to get for our next part, if we can. Let's see how much they are. Let's see. Oh, they're still 50. They will eventually go down in price. They start off about like they were literally 100, and as time goes on, these will slowly start dipping down in price. Sometimes, if a streamer is playing with certain things, well, that's really good for maybe some builds. Let's see. But yeah, if you can get a good curse on hit with it, they could actually be worth a lot. But these will go down in price. I wouldn't really worry about it. But that's going to go ahead and wrap up this part. Next part, I think we're going to get an upgrade on our quiver. Our boots are probably due for an upgrade at this point because they only give us 22 life. They give us good movement speed, but that's it. We can probably get some better boots with movement speed, more life, more resistance, and then with our gloves we can get life and attack speed is kind of what we want. But like, there's really no beating 30%. This is actually surprisingly like a really good item for a long time. Good accuracy, gives you increased movement speed when on low life too, which is interesting. But just the amount of attack speed it gives you is just really hard to beat. But we'll just get something that has like extra like damage as well. Anyways, that's gonna go ahead and wrap up part 7, Act 7, and we will be starting part 8, Act 8 on the next one. Drop a like for a while. I'll see you in the next one.